right, viewers, welcome back to SaharaTV. Once again, my name is Adeola Fayehun, and we've been talking about the experiences of Nigerian students studying abroad. This is so that many students who are hoping to go outside can be able to make wise decisions in terms of where to apply to. Now, these are isolated cases. It's not that all the schools, it's not all the students outside that are experiencing this, but we like to discuss this as well. Now, we've spoken about Europe, but now we want to talk about Asia, precisely Malaysia. And to discuss that with me today would be Uchenna Diallo as well as Toby Gozie. Guys, welcome to SaharaTV.
Welcome.
All right. Now, I wanted to start with Uchenna. Uchenna, you actually own a company in Malaysia. Do you mind sharing with us a little bit about, what it was like when you were a student and what it's like now for those that are students in Malaysia that are from Nigeria?
Okay. Thank you. I got to Malaysia in 2006. In a while, and it was a little bit hectic, especially for one who is funding himself. But telling the Malaysian story, it boils down, especially when it comes to Nigerians and Africans in general, it has to be done in a balance because there are always two sides to every coin. Bad news always tend to hit the news headlines because humans are not prone to anything out of the ordinary. But there's also been a very good side to the whole story too. When I was a student, I got a lot of information before I came to Malaysia. It all boils down to information before you step out of the shores of the country. Agencies tend to focus on doing their job, which is recruitment of students. So they tell a lot of bogus stories. Oh, you're going to get a job here. Oh, it's easy to get employment here. So they tell you a lot of stories because that is their job, to recruit students for universities. They make profits out of it. The onus falls on the student to make the required information, research about the country they're going to. Now, I checked about Malaysia. From the internet, back then in Nigeria, I went down to the cyber cafes, I went checking. I found that getting a job as a student was 100% hell no. It wasn't possible. You can get very few jobs in your university, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. So when I came here with the knowledge that I wasn't going to go out there looking for jobs. So some students come and they start looking for jobs and they say, oh no, the agent told me that I was going to get a job and now I can't get a job. Mm-hmm. So I should
do you mind though sharing, did you ever experience like discrimination when you were a student?
Pardon?
Did you ever experience discrimination when you were a student?
Oh yes, I did. It is a very common occurrence in a lot of places, especially in Malaysia. Malaysia, one, is a very multicultural, multi-ethnic, and multiracial society. So first and foremost, we need to understand about Malaysia first. It's got three different races, major races: the Malays, the Chinese, and the Indians. Okay. So they are living in a melting pot themselves. Mm-hmm. But it's not El Dorado for them. You see that? So when we Nigerians coming to the picture, the first time when I came, I didn't experience any bad things until later on. Okay. There was always news about Nigerians who were doing some unscrupulous activities. So whether it's the advanced internet problems, the drugs, or the prostitution, or some nefarious vices. And now this was his headline.
Okay. Sorry that I have to cut you off, but I'm also trying to hear from Toby. Toby, you actually said that the maltreatment comes from the police, from Indians, from immigration, from gangsters. What do you mean?
Yeah. Here in Malaysia, we suffer
If you can turn on your camera, please. If both of you can have your cameras on, please. Okay, I
yeah,
think...
yeah, we have a lot of humiliation here. Most from Indian gangsters and some police here. Whenever they see black man, they see Nigeria. My camera is...
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
We have...
I think I'm gonna... Do you have... Can you continue?
Yeah, okay. When they see you on the roadway, whether you have a valid passport or not, they will try to humiliate you. Whenever they take your passport, you are still genuine as a student. They will still like to obtain money from you, and you will still face some dangers there. They put you inside cell. Inside along the street, you cannot have a rest again.
I see.
Whenever they see you, I don't think they can even look you as a human being. They see a black man, they cover their nose. Maybe they think that we are virus to them. At least our embassy here, they are the people who is suffering us here, because if they are giving us an opportunity to hear from us from the students, and they visit us, give us some meetings in different schools. At least they will be lecturing us more, and they will be taking them more closer and let them know that we are friendly. You know, what a white man commits, I don't think a black man have much to commit that.
I know that there are a lot of Nigerian students in Malaysia, and I've just been wondering if you guys can tell me, Uchenna, you first of all, is this just the discrimination? Is it just to Nigerian students or international students in general?
Well, Nigerians bear brunt of the discrimination because, and the population of Africans in Malaysia, Nigeria is a huge percentage, a huge number of Africans here. So when you have issues coming out from the African community, it's always coming out of Nigerians. But it's not a very big occurrence in the way that I haven't really been accosted by these people, and even though the police have the right to stop and search people and stop you on the way and ask you for your passport. That is, it's their right, it's their law and order. They are meant to ask people, if you're a foreigner, they're supposed to check and see if you have valid papers, because there are a lot of illegal immigrants walking around,
I see.
committing crime and stuff. But if you have your papers, I doubt you can go to the police station or be arrested or anything in that manner.
I see.
Yeah.
But obviously there are also Nigerians who are doing well in Malaysia.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
you, for
I mean,
example.
like, we have an organization called Nidomai. It was set up by the Nigerian Embassy. It's a Nigerians in diaspora organization. It's meant to like an NGO to cater for Nigerians, because Nigerian students and reach out to people where the embassy, they can't come down to the embassy. And they've been doing a very good job. Like the president of the Nidomai is actually the president of the Rotary Club in Selangor State. And he does a lot of business between Nigeria and Malaysia, which is amounted to about 2-point-something million per annum. So they are Nigerians who are doing well here.
Okay, and we're going to talk about, the role of the Nigerian Embassy. And also, I want to talk about something. Sometimes when we see, I read stories about Nigerian man who was killed, Nigerian student who was killed. And a lot of times, though, the media says it's drug related. For example, we have a video that we will play right now. It's a short clip about 2 Nigerian students who were found dead, and the Malaysian media said it's drug related. And then I want you guys to comment about that. How much of this actually has to do with drugs, and if it's involved or if it's not involved at all. So we're gonna play the clip of that video right now.
Two Nigerian students were found dead in their apartment unit in Taman Konot, Cheras, Kuala Lumpur today. The victims were discovered by their housemate in a room in their apartment unit at 10:30 a.m. Initial investigations showed the victims did not have any injury marks and neither were they robbed, leading police to believe they may have overdosed on drugs. The victims, Abbas Al-Haji and Ulog Boga Emmanuel, both aged 23, were business information system students at University College Sedaya International. Police are waiting for the post-mortem results to determine the cause of their deaths.
All right, so we just showed the video of two Nigerian students who were found dead in their apartment, and the police said it's drug-related, that they probably overdosed drugs. And I'm just wondering how much of this is drug-related, and I'm going to go to Toby first of all.
Okay. Here I saw the video. Here in Malaysia, the issue is that that is one of the important things our immigration need to, embassy need to be coming near to us. Due to most of our boys here, they are not much oriented enough. When somebody make them as a crony, do third word, I don't know. They just get confused. When somebody a crony come and confuse them, say, "Come and have this for me," they can't. No, but if we students here are 100, for example, I tell you, it's only one out of 100 or 2 out of 100 can be students that you can hardly find on that. You know, there is a lot of this some Nigerians are doing here that is very, very confusing. Understand?
Thank you very much. Uchenna, do you mind making a comment about this?
The drug issue, Malaysia has a problem with drug issue. It's a stop. It's not something that the Nigerian Embassy or the Nigerian government can actually handle, because drug issues is not only being done by Nigerians. The Nigerians make a name when it happens, but it comes out the Iranians and different other people have these issues too over here. But the video you're currently showing, it could have been a drug-related incident. But recently, there was two Nigerians who got attacked in their home by state policemen. Now, these are criminal activities that can happen. These guys, they act like police people and they try to arrest Nigerians. They go to foreigners' residences and claim to be on a real police boss. But they are all there to make money, and they got beaten up by the Nigerians, and they actually died. And the case went to court. The guys were charged with murder, but they out. I think they got released last week or something. So this can actually happen. Only the police can really say for sure if it is actually a drug-related case. But it's predominant in some of the bad eggs.
Thank you very much. You know, the reason I had to ask about that is because when I was looking at that video, I read a lot of comments on YouTube about that video, and some guy insisted that he was the one that found their dead bodies, that it was not drug related, that they were his friends and they were not involved in drugs. But a lot of people also commented about hate comments, you know, that all Nigerians are drug dealers and stuff like that. So I was trying to get a sense of if there's partiality in the way the Malaysian media reports when there's a death of a Nigerian. But briefly, go ahead.
Yes, there is partiality. The media houses are biased.
Okay.
The media houses are biased against Nigerians, against people of color, against black people, say. They have issues against, they are prejudiced against Nigerians. Now, over the years, the police actually made videos of black money scams. With some Nigerian actors or maybe Nigerians or Africans in Malaysia, they made these videos to sensitize the public, their citizens, about most of this nefarious activities. And so it's something that the media will always be against the Nigerians.
I see.
They don't let.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I'm running out of time, but my last question, I'm just wondering what you guys are hoping the Nigerian government will do, or the Nigerian Embassy in Malaysia. So I'm going to start with you, Toby. And Toby, since you're still a student, I'm wondering if you're planning on staying. I know that Uchenna, you're established in Malaysia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Toby, are you
Yeah.
planning on remaining in Malaysia, or you're planning on going back to Nigeria? And what do you want the Nigerian embassy to do, or the Nigerian government, about this?
What I really want Nigerian government to do is that let them work up our ambassador here, and at least let them know that they are working. Not that we last day. Okay, maybe you have a problem, you go to the embassy there. They will first attend to another person, let you Nigerian, they don't want to care for your matter. Then that is not the kind of work they are going to do. They are the people that are putting us into most of the hardship here. Understand? I'm a student. After I study my course, I'm studying here. It will take me 2 years here. And within some period, I will finish up with my course and came back to Nigeria. What am I doing here?
All right. Thank you. Uchenna, do you mind sharing what you're hoping the Nigerian embassy, Nigerian government will do?
The Nigerian embassy should do more, employ more people. The Nigerians, they're really understaffed at the Nigerian High Commission. The Nigerian Foreign Service needs to focus a lot on countries that have a high population of Nigerians, like Malaysia. The Nigerian Foreign Service is doing a very bad job. You can go to the Nigerian Embassy and you will see just 2 people trying to cater to 100 or 50 Nigerians in a day. It can't work because you know how Nigerians are. They will be in this queue, sitting down in the street, but they need more staff.
I see. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today on Sahara TV. Uchenna and Toby, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us.
Okay, thank you.
And like I've been saying in the first part of this series, that next week we're hoping to get the view of Nigerian embassies and Nigerian government about this issue. And I also mentioned the fact that this isolated cases, it's not all Nigerian students abroad that are facing this, but definitely there are so many instances, so many cases, and we don't want to overlook it. We think we need to discuss it. Also, if you are planning on going outside Nigeria to study, hopefully this will open your eyes to be able to make a wiser decision. And also, it's just best to go to a place where they speak English to avoid what happened to someone like Awufa when he was sharing his experience. So stay tuned on Sahara TV. We have much more to come. We'll be right back.